Dads, what's the funniest thing your kid been completely wrong about? The second my son got his first credit card, he went crazy. New clothes, new shoes, and the craziest of it all, a 100-inch TV for his room. I checked his statement and nearly had a heart attack. Why are you maxing out your card? He just shrugged. I thought that was the point, and I just stared at him. The point of a credit card? He nodded. Completely serious. Yeah, it's free money. Oh no. Son, you have to pay back everything you spend. That's when he gave me the dumbest look ever. What do you mean pay back? Now I was the one panicking. I grabbed his card. Every dollar you just spent, you owe it. He blinked. But I don't have that money. I was amazed. He had zero clue about this at all. You know this affects your credit score, right? Now he looked genuinely horrified. He just sat there, processing his entire existence. Then he had a brilliant idea. Okay, so if I don't pay, do they just take my TV back? I almost choked. No, they don't take your stuff. They take your future. Now, he finally realized. You won't be able to get a car, rent an apartment, or take out a loan. He looked like he was about to pass out. The next few weeks were hilarious. Every time the bank sent a letter, he would stare at it like it was a court summons. He even asked me, can I go to jail for this? I just shrugged. Maybe. Then the bill finally came. Of course, he couldn't pay it. His credit score plummeted instantly. I had two options, bail him out or let him learn. So, to teach a lesson, I let him suffer. And now, every time we pass a bank, he just sighs and whispers, I was too young for this.
How did someone's overconfidence completely bite back? My friend swore he could pull any girl in our school. Didn't matter who. Didn't matter when. Bro, I'm the tallest guy in our class. That's all I need. But I just laughed at him. Alright, get a girlfriend by Friday. And I'll admit you're right. He immediately accepted. On Monday, he started strong. Walked up to a girl, flashed his best, trust me, I'm attractive smile, and said, hey, I bet you want to date the tallest guy in school. She just stared at him confused, and gave the most harsh response. No, strike one. But on Tuesday, he changed tactics. Smooth lines, flirty jokes. He even slid into DMs after school. But one by one, he was rejected, ignored, even left on red. By Wednesday, he was starting to get scared. Dude, they're just playing hard to get. I got this. No problem. But I don't think he realized that you can't just ask random girls out you don't know. By Thursday, he was now in full panic mode. Every conversation turned into desperate flirting. In one class, a girl had sneezed, and his response, bless you. So you single? Strike 14. By Friday, he was losing his mind. At lunch, he was grasping at anything. Tried to chat up a girl mid-bite into her sandwich. She just chewed, stared, and shook her head. Strike 19. Finally, I sighed. Dude, just give up. And then, out of nowhere, he gasped. Wait, I have a girlfriend. Now, I was surprised. He pointed across the cafeteria. She likes me. She just hasn't told me yet. It was our principal. I almost choked on my drink. Dog, you lost. Just accept it. He groaned, pulled out his wallet, and slid me the money. And the funniest part? Even after, he still believed his height would pull any girl. Even after losing 19 times in a row. That's the funniest reason the popular kid became unpopular overnight. On the last day of school, everyone was ready to celebrate. Final exams were over, and summer break was just hours away. Everyone had been making plans for summer already. I could hear plans being made for beach trips, amusement parks, sleepovers every day, you name it. However, there was one kid who was a different type of excited. He had a plan to leave a lasting impression. When the teacher turned her back, he collapsed to the floor. He twitched, he shook, students gasped. Some even laughed, thinking it was a joke, but not the teacher. Her face went pale. Her hands trembled as she rushed toward him. She was shaking so much, she could barely speak. Someone called out for help. It wasn't until the seizure ended and he stood up, grinning like he'd won a prize, that the room turned silent. Then, the teacher broke down crying. Nobody knew why at first, but then the whispers started within minutes. Last year, she had lost a student, right there in her classroom. To a medical emergency no one could stop. She had watched it happen and couldn't do anything about it. By lunchtime, the whole school knew, and the class clown wasn't funny anymore. But he wasn't the only one who lost it all. Greg's story still stands out. He wasn't the most popular kid, but everyone liked him, until 7th grade. He wasn't feeling great that day, but his mom sent him to school anyway. During math class, it happened. A loud, unmistakable sound. Greg froze. The classroom erupted into laughter. He bolted for the bathroom, but it was too late. The trail he left behind followed him in more ways than one. His mom brought him a change of clothes, but made him stay for the rest of the day. By lunchtime, his friends wouldn't sit near him. They whispered behind his back. He wasn't just Greg anymore. He was just that kid. That's how fast popularity can disappear.